Following on from Bonnie Blue being arrested, we have some updates, and this is from ITV News, the online website. Maybe not an update, but in terms of what's happening to her, but what could potentially happen to her. Adult content creator Bonnie Blue arrested in Bali and faces 15 years in prison. She has been arrested in Bali after allegedly filming adult content in the country, which has strict anti-pornography laws. Pornography is illegal in Indonesia, where the maximum sentence for the production or distribution of pornographic content is up to 15 years in prison and fines of up to 5 billion rupiah, approximately £270,000. And I guess maybe some people would have known that already, and I might have mentioned that in the previous video regarding her. But I guess more people are looking into it now because they're thinking what could potentially happen to her, and other people who have maybe have been doing certain similar things in the past, and they've explained what has happened to them or was spoken about that could potentially happen to them. And like in the previous video, like I said, I hope she does get the maximum amount of punishment that they can give, and all the countries should ban her, and people will react differently if it was a man going after girls that were quote unquote barely legal and outside college and universities, and not only targeting students, targeting people who are just about turned 18. It would be a lot different, but this is many people saying pseudo neo feminism. So I hope she does get the full force of the law, and whichever country she's from, I don't know, I'm assuming she's British, she might not be British, but whichever country she's from, they shouldn't be having dialogue and trying to get her back and all these things. Sometimes that we see people, maybe they've done certain things abroad and then they have negotiations, and no negotiations, you've done wrong. Doesn't matter which country citizen you are, you've done wrong, you serve the prison sentence, you serve that punishment, whatever it is, and then you can come back. And this should be a warning to anybody else who wants to do such unacceptable things. And this isn't feminism. And later on, when it's about, she starts, probably will end up with mental health issues and stuff like this from doing certain things, and then later on perhaps might be complaining about certain things. But in this moment, no one wants to speak about that. And these prison sentences shouldn't be a shock, and it should be implemented fully. And she was doing whatever she was doing and thinking that it's going to be okay, as if like she can do whatever she wants. She wanted to do that, now face the consequences, and hopefully we do hear about having serious prison time served being something that she has to do, and hopefully this will stop her from doing what she's been doing, and anybody else who wants to do similar things will think twice about doing it, particularly in countries where we know there are laws on doing such things. And hopefully the next generation and the current young generation of children, and I'd say particularly girls, but I say both, the girls, they don't look up to people like this and they don't have this influence. But then also boys, they don't think that this is what women like and want and aspire to be and whatever else. And these laws will be hopefully adopted globally. There's doing certain things, adult content or whatever. I'm not saying they should be doing that, but there's one thing doing that, another thing doing it to such an extent where you are promoting it in such a way that it should be looked at in a good way, and to such a big scale and involving so many people, and then also the element of targeting people in colleges and universities, whatever, that are barely legal in those words that are used. This should be absolutely not given any sort of leniency, and people shouldn't be saying people are free to do what they want, it's their body and all of these things. This is completely different, and this shouldn't be allowed whatsoever.